Catholic churches play a unique role in the Philippines. Not only are they beacons of faith to 80% of the country's population, they also serve as repositories of cultural and historical treasures. In Bohol, many colonial churches house significant ecclesiastical collections containing objects acquired through the centuries. Early Boholano churches were built of light materials, with wooden frameworks and walls capped with thatched roofing. Congregations grew, larger and more durable buildings were constructed. From the lighter materials used in building the first churches, many were rebuilt using lime mortar and rubble faced with cut coral stones. Many of these stone churches survive to this day and are considered structural marvels in Philippine architecture. In the 18th century, piratical raids also required the buildings of structures which could withstand such attacks. In response, several watchtowers were erected along the coasts of Bohol. Other structures were also built, such as chapels, school buildings, and bridges. To administer the people, municipios and a Capitolio in Tagbilaran were constructed. The colonial buildings that still stand today serve as tangible reminders of our history. On the morning of October 15, 2013, the island provinces of Cebu and Bohol were rocked by a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. In Bohol, many of the province's historic churches were damaged. 2 were leveled to the ground. A month after this disaster, another tragedy struck when Typhoon Yolanda, with international name Typhoon Haiyan, one of the most powerful tropical cyclones ever recorded, devastated the provinces of Samar and Leyte. The Church of Giwan in eastern Samar suffered extensive damage. To deal with the disaster, national cultural agencies, including the National Museum of the Philippines, created the Bohol Giwan Heritage Task Force. Under the helm of the National Museum, several of the damaged churches and watchtowers in Bohol and the church in Giwan have already been restored. Today, the churches of Loon, Maribohok, and Lobok are being reconstructed and restored. to remind future generations of their heritage and the resilience of the people whose faith and devotion have caused these structures to rise again from the rubbles.